On my birthday, my manager in my previous organization that I worked with came to me and asked me, okay, Gladwyn, what do you want to get out of life? And at that time, I just started working in accounts, doing accounts payable role. And I said, well, I would like to get an accountancy qualification and want to see what happens with all the other departments, purely because I was a very inquisitive person. So I just wanted to know, okay, I'm putting invoices in, what's really happening with those invoices and why? And that's when I decided, okay, I'll do an accountancy qualification. Well, it's 5 years now that I've been qualified, so I'm now an FCCA qualified accountant. So why did I choose ACCA? Purely because I didn't really know what kind of accountant I wanted to be. So did I want to go more financial accounting or management accounting? And ACCA sort of gave me that option to make later on once I started studying for exams. And that's why I chose ACCA, and I don't regret it. I think that was the best decision ever. Well, I've always helped my friends, well, when we were in uni, and I used to, because I just liked maths and solving loads of questions. So I used to help them understand, okay, how did they come to this answer? And especially if they were doing a different question that I did not do, it helped me do it and gave me a sense of achievement. Yes, I was able to do it. Plus, it also helped me teach someone else and help them to be better at something that I really enjoy. And then when I became a student again with First Intuition, and I remember a tutor of mine at that time called Liz. And Liz came and told me once, you know, we are always searching for tutors. So once you get qualified as an ACCA qualified accountant, why don't you apply? And I said, all right, fine, I will. I've now been a tutor for 4 years. I started my job as a tutor during lockdown, believe it or not, on the 6th of April 2020, when everyone went on to was furloughed and was working from home. That's the day I started working at First Intuition as a tutor. My day-to-day role is sort of varied. So most of the time I'm teaching, believe it or not. So I spend a lot of time teaching. So I teach a lot of accounts and tax. Those are my favorite topics. Who doesn't love tax? And apart from accounts and tax teaching, I have to keep myself up to date with all the changes that keep coming up. So we do spend a lot of time prepping and answering student queries if a student, because not only do we spend time with the student during the teaching time, however, during the course time, but we also spend time with them after class or in between sessions as well. So if they have any questions, spend time answering those or having some Teams calls where we go through any difficult or challenging areas for them. The biggest benefit of being an accountancy tutor is the flexibility. So the flexibility, you've got a good work-life balance, and you teach, you have your time to prep at home, you come, you teach, and it's just great. One of the challenges that I face being in my role is to adapt my teaching approach based on the diverse learning styles that our students have. So it often means thinking about how do I have different visuals in my teaching, coming up with real world examples, case studies, practical exercise, adding all of them in class and finishing it within the restrictive days that are available to teach a particular course. So that is one of the challenges I face. The most rewarding bit about being an accountancy tutor is that email that you get from a student. When they've passed an exam and they send you an email saying, Gladwyn, I have passed my exam and thanks to you, I really struggled with it and you really helped me out. And that email just makes my day. In fact, it just makes me believe with the job that I'm doing, it is the best job ever. That thank you email that you get from a student, especially if a student has struggled with their exams and then you help them and they just do really well. It's just great. My advice would be, if you feel you want to become an accountancy tutor, if you've got it at the back of your head thinking, I would like to have a go, give it a go. It is one of the decisions I have taken and I don't regret it. It's been the best decision ever that I have ever taken to be an accountancy tutor. The adrenaline that you get whilst you're in class is amazing, And plus, the biggest thing I always think about is, even if you've got a very bad day at home, you come to the office, you come in class, you've got to put on a face, you've got to be happy, you've got to be that enthusiastic person. And because you've done it for the whole day, you continue doing it and you become this happy person all the time and this enthusiastic person all the time. It's the best decision I've ever made. Why don't you have a go at it? I'm sure you won't regret it.